In the fields and villages of Bangladesh, Symbiosis works alongside men, women and children caught in the grip of poverty. Of the 150 million that live in this struggling nation, about 40 million people subsist in extreme poverty. Landless and uneducated, they lack the resources to help themselves. In 2008, the United Nations ranked Bangladesh 147th on the Global Human Development Index. In contrast, countries like Norway, Canada and Australia are at the top end of the scale. This line marks the point of minimal human development. Nations below this line do not have adequate access to education, employment, food, clean water and healthcare. In 15 years of working with the poor of Bangladesh, Symbiosis has found that overcoming the difference between countries higher up on the Human Development Index and those below the line, such as Bangladesh, does not involve a massive international program. The difference lies with these people themselves. The key is empowerment. With 75% of people living in rural areas, Symbiosis has made the villages and farmlands of Bangladesh its heartland. Here, Symbiosis has found that empowerment begins with listening. Only after hearing real people talk about real needs can work begin on a range of relevant and life-transforming projects related to education, income generation and health. These women in a village in central Bangladesh are learning to read for the first time in their lives. This is one of 700 groups that Symbiosis runs across Bangladesh, where the lack of education, especially among women, is a primary cause of disempowerment. Families without education find it hard to think beyond the world they have known. These functional education groups introduce women to the basic skills of literacy and numeracy. Taking an all-of-life approach, these groups also address issues such as gender equality and women's advocacy, as well as health and environmental issues. Symbiosis also helps villagers establish schools for children, such as here, in the village of Nashintapur, located on a sandbar island in the middle of the huge Jamuna River. On this island, there is very little infrastructure. Without this Symbiosis school, these children would have no opportunity for education. With the gift of adult and children's education, whole families are broadening their horizons and seeing new possibilities, such as new ways of making an income. Using their newly acquired literacy and numeracy skills, these women have formed a savings group, putting away the equivalent of 10 or 20 cents a week. This may not seem much, but it's enough to make a real difference in their lives. Asma lives in a poor rural area where she had insufficient income to educate her children. Asma took out a small loan from a savings group that Symbiosis had set up in her village. With that loan, she bought a sewing machine and started a small sewing business. Now generating her own income, she has become self-reliant and her children are going to school. This is a life-changing transformation for Asma and her family. Fish farming makes an important contribution to food production. Symbiosis provides hands-on opportunities for skills development, contributing to income generation. These projects are part of an integrated rural program that also includes horticulture and animal husbandry. These are real skills that address real needs. For the poor living in rural areas, good healthcare remains out of reach. Across the Symbiosis working areas in Bangladesh, the organisation seeks to respond to this need through community-based healthcare projects. These projects seek to raise the awareness of people regarding health and hygiene. Simple, hygienic latrines are provided. In some areas, the project provides testing services and simple water filters to address the serious issue of arsenic contamination in water supplies. Women who function as traditional birth attendants are given education and simple kits to assist in providing safe birthing. Dental and eye clinics are conducted in the remote rural areas. Eye clinics provide cataract surgery and preventative treatment for potentially blinding afflictions. Eye cataracts had robbed this woman of her sight and left her unable to care for her family. The cataracts were removed at a Symbiosis eye clinic, and her restored sight has made all the difference in her world. Empowerment is transforming villages across Bangladesh. To address the interrelated causes of poverty, change must occur in all dimensions of life. With its integrated, all-of-life approach, Symbiosis is seeing long-lasting change through empowerment. This change is not simplistic, but it is achievable. And even more so with any help you care to give.